Hey guys, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and here today we've got another review for you, and no, you're not mistaken, I've already reviewed this kit. This is the fairly new SB2C4 Helldiver from Infinity Models, which are actually HPH. HPH, if you don't know, they do a massive range of beautiful multimedia kits. They're quite pricey, but they are very, very nice indeed. Go back and have a look at my B52 review in 48 scale, it's gorgeous. So this is their first plastic kit. They've got others coming. So what they've decided to do is, rather than sell you a multimedia kit with loads of resin and extras and everything, you get the option to buy the basic model. Now the basic model on its own is apparently, is very nice. Apparently there are some small fit issues and the quality of the plastic isn't amazing, and I don't know, I haven't built it myself, so I'm not going to comment, but I know many people have bought it, follow my review and comment that they absolutely love it, so I don't know. But the kit in itself is lovely. On its own, you get the kit with you get the HGW seat belts in there. You've got a small bit of photo etch in there with some ammo belts and some buckles for your seat belts. Lovely set of decals. All the stenciling and everything's there. If you remember, mine was slightly out of register. You can see there the lettering in that red block is sort of up and to the left. So I wrote to HPH, and in the post came a replacement decal set, and as you can see, the register on these is perfect. So very, very nice. Thank you very much, Katrina. So there we go. As a basic kit, I mean, it's beautifully packaged with all the clear parts in there, and you've got everything is plastic. There's no, you've got this tiny bit of photo etch, and that's it. The rest is plastic, no resin. So there you go. If you want to go back and have a look at that review, it was done a couple of months ago. It's a lovely model. You can get it from Premium Hobbies. You can order it from Ed, and I think with my 10% discount and MB10, it works out just over £80. So, you know, it's not bad when you compare. I mean, the Tamiya 32nd scale Corsair is one of the nicest kits on the planet. That's £135, you know, so it depends. But what I'm going to review today is all the extras you can get for it, and these are them here. Okay, here they are. So we have set number 1. This is INT 32011 Plus. This is landing flaps. I think it's actually diving flaps. Air brakes, diving brakes. We've got number 2 here, which is the Bombay, detailed Bombay. We've got number 3, which is the Helldiver opened gunner position, which I know nothing about. We've got number 4, which is the weapon set. Obviously we've got bombs, rockets by the look of it there. Then we've got control surfaces. Not quite sure why we've got these. We'll have a look. I think it's because they're moulded solid in the kit with the, you know, you don't get positionable. I think these are actually positionable, and they've got little actuators there as well. We've got here the photo etch detail set, and this is basically like an external detail set. I think like with Edward you'd get the exterior detail set and the interior detail set. I think this is the exterior. There doesn't appear to be any interior detail set available. And then we've got folded wings, which is obviously just the resin parts, so you can see the wings, have the wings folded. Now I have bought these. I bought these from Premium Hobbies. For those that are wondering, some people think I get everything for nothing and then just say how wonderful it is because I got it for nothing. I never do that. So basically, I'll just run through first what they are. So set number 1, which is the PE set, that's $27.99. The Bombay set is $21.99. The open gunner position set is $8.99. The weapon set is $15.99. The control surfaces set is $21.99. Surface detail set is $10.49. And the folded wing set is $17.99. If you add all that up, I think it comes to about £127, which is a lot of money for extras, but you don't need it all. For us, I don't really think you need the flaps, and if you're not doing folded wings, you definitely don't need that. So there's nearly 40 quid off the bill straight away. And if you're not going to have the gun in the open position, there's another £9 gone. So, you know, I think really when you add it all up, it all adds up, and we know that our aftermarket stuff, we do tend to spend a lot of money, and it does all add up. But, you know, if you looked at this from Edward, you'd buy a few Edward sets. You know, just for my 48 scale Lancaster, I've probably spent about £30 on bits and pieces for that already, and all I've got is a little 48 scale simple cockpit and some window masks. So, you know, pays your money, takes your choice is what they say. So that's the prices. Don't forget you can order all this from Premium Hobbies, premiumhobbies.co.uk, and use the code NMB10 and you'll get 10% off, so it makes it all cheaper again. So there we go. So let's go through them. We're going to reverse order because I've got them piled up here. So this is the folded wing set. So this is basically going to be some resin parts. Now I haven't looked at any of this. This is all still as it came to me from Premium Hobbies. So we can see here straight away we've got this gorgeous, this is what HPH models do. They do this gorgeous puddle moulding. They mould it this way up, and then you've got this very thin film of resin on the back, and all you do then is just sand it away. So you'd cut the parts out, put some blue tack on them and just sand them on a flat piece of fine emery until all the backing is gone. But we can have a look first of all at the resin parts. Be careful not to damage anything. But you know, HPH are masters of resin casting. They are amazing at it. How they get some of this fine detail without parts breaking off in the mould, I shall never know. But we can see on here, I hold this up to the camera, you can see the detail on there is exquisite. You can see the rivet detail and everything in there. I don't know how close I can get to the camera. There we go. You can see how lovely that is. Really, really nice. Very fine detail indeed. And obviously you're going to see into the wing section there. And then you've got some actuators and stuff on here. And you can see once again what they've done. They mould it, okay, and it's moulded on this thin backing, but you can see that also they are moulded onto a thin rib. So when you look at them end on, you can see it's just a tiny bit of sanding to do. And then you've got all these rivet strips here which are separate, which are quite amazing, quite incredible. So very, very nice indeed. So let's just put this away without damaging anything. There we go. It's amazing actually, it's just in the box, loose. Nothing is, there's no padding or anything around it to stop it rattling around, and it still hasn't broken. So there we go, so put that back in there. So the instructions, oh god, they're glossy, mint. I've been looking at getting filters for this Sony ZV-1 I've got, and read some reports about being careful of putting weight on the lens, because the lens obviously has focuses and moves, and the motors, extra weight, you can damage the motors. So basically here we've got a call out of all our resin parts, and then we've got some legends down here they use in their instructions. So first thing we're going to do is obviously cut the wings. So we're going to split the wings in half, and then we're going to add, it's telling us not to use some kit parts there. We're going to add some strips in there. I don't know if that's kit parts or just plastic strips. And then it's telling us to actually thin out the edges of the wings. Here you can see there, they're telling you how to thin the edge of the wings out. And then just going to insert the resin part into the, was that the inner wing section or the outer? That's the inner wing section. So you're going to insert the resin part into there, and then all these bits and pieces to add all the detail to there. And then on the outer wing section, it's fairly simple. You're just adding that piece in there, and then that's it. And they're showing you here how it looks when it's all assembled, and that's the correct angle of the wing. So very nice indeed. I'm not sure it's supposed to have any support rods or anything. I doubt it. But if you want to do your Helldiver with folded wings, that's the set to go for, and save some space on your shelf. So that's that one. As I say, that one is $17.99, which is very reasonable for what it is. This one here, photo etch detail set. This is set number 6, and this, as I say, is just external details by the look of it. So we'll have a look at this. As I say, I haven't looked at any of it before doing this review. We've got nice resealable bags, which is good for reviews. So, in fact, I'll leave the, no, well, I'll get the photo etch out. I'll get the photo etch out, and then I'm assuming this paper on the front is going to be the instructions. Yes, it is. So, here's the photo etch sheet. So you can see on there, you've got some lovely etch detail on there. Not sure what any of it is yet, but there we go. That's beautifully done. It says made. It looks like Infinity are doing their, and HPH are doing their own PE now. They used to look like Edward. They were contracting Edward, but it looks like they're doing their own now. So because that B52 has got a massive PE sheet in that. So here we've got the instructions again, just a layout on the front with some legends. And then going into here, camera's whiting out. You can see we've got a wheel covers there. So we've got photo etch wheel covers. Then we've got some plates, access panels going on the fuselage. We've got some little actuators coming out the back of the ailerons there, or for the ailerons. Got some detail there for the inside of the wheelbase, some access panels there, actuators for the ailerons there, framework for the formation lights. Then we've got some more access panels there. What's this? This looks like it's the shield that goes around the window. When the windows slid open, they have a shield to stop the air being blown into the cockpit. So that's that there, the separate folded parts and everything. And then here we've got, looks like the cooling cowl for the engine on the back of the oil cooler perhaps. That's it there, yeah, so it's going to be going in the bottom of the engine, so that'll be open to allow more air to pass through the oil cooler. So there we go, that's got the hinges and everything in there, which is nice. And then on the bottom here, this is the bottom of the fuselage here now. We've got, you're going to remove this material from here to put that in, so that's a nice touch. Some more access panels and some paneling, and then some rivet stiffening plates there, or hinges for the edges of the Bombay doors by the look of it. So it's going to add a nice bit of detail to the model. The kit itself, if you just have a look, it's always good to see, you know, do you actually need this stuff, or is it just the fact that you want it? But in the actual kit, here's the fuselage halves. It's stuck together. You can see there the detail on the fuselage is very nice already. So do you need it? I don't know. You've got the area in there, under there you're going to cut out. But you could probably get away without having it, but hey, if you want to build a super detailed model so it stands up next to your Tamiya Corsair, it's probably going to be best to add some detail. So there we go, that's that. So that was the external set. I won't bother putting it all away. That was the external set, and that one is £10.49, which is, for a sheet of PE, you know, these days isn't bad at all, is it? So probably worth getting just because it's good value for money. So this is the control services set. Well, we've got the kit out. Let's just have a quick look in here. So yeah, as you can see on the kit, again, we get this out. It's stuck to those decals now. When we get the kit out, you can see the rudder is actually moulded as part of the fin, and the ailerons are moulded as part of the wing. So, you know, if you want to do them positionable or just make them look better because they're separate, then that's the route you're going to have to take, or just cut them off and glue them on yourself. But this is what we're getting in here. So this is set number 5. So again, we've got a box with some resin parts floating around, and these have been knocking around in each other. You can see all the bits in there, but we'll just get these out quickly and have a look. In fact, what I want to do, I don't want to open these out onto, in case there's any bits that get lost in that towel. So there we go. So this is our actuators and everything. So these are probably going to be, once you've cut the wings open, these are going to glue into that place. But you can see they're beautifully cast, very cleanly cast indeed. And then we've got looks like a aileron here. You can see on there we've got the lovely texture on there. If I can catch it in the light, you'll see the texture on there, and the texture on the underside. And then we've got, sorry, these are ailerons, they're flaps. Okay, so they're flaps. And then we've got here, that's another aileron. This is an aileron here. No, sorry, these are tailplanes, aren't they? What am I talking about? They're ailerons. These are the elevators, and this is the rudder. So we're not getting flaps because obviously the flaps are all photo etch. But you can see there we've got the elevators, and they've got some beautiful detail on them, if I can catch it in the light. They're beautifully done. Okay, and then we've got finally the rudder, which is very cleanly done. It's got some lovely texture on there. Again, beautifully done, very, very nice indeed. So we will put all this back in its bag for fear of losing anything. So that's a set you might decide to go with or not. You know, if you're not really too worried about having everything positionable. I probably wouldn't use them, but I bought them to review on the channel. And there's some little tiny bits, that's just dust basically. So let's have a look at the instructions. So basically, again, you've got your call outs there with all your resin parts and your legends, and then it's telling you here, cut the ailerons off, insert that fill in, and then fit your aileron. Do the same on the other side. You've got the same with your tail planes and the same with your rudder. So it's all basically straightforward. You know, score the plastic first with a knife and then saw it. And you know, you get a more realistic look, because rather than having them molded together, you're going to get the gap in between the two where the you know, the rudder comes around like this and the back of the tail plane, the back of the fin is just flat, rather than having a molded lump of plastic. So, you know, and that set is where is it? Paper upside down. That set is $21.99, so you might decide to get that or not. There you go. So next off the block is the weapon sets. So I think what I'll do is look at the instructions first, which I normally do, don't I? So in the weapon set we've got some, I mean, this isn't just restricted to the Helldiver, this is for any 32nd scale US aircraft of this ilk. So here we've got the photo etch set, so we've got our bomb fins and everything, and then we've got some resin mouldings there. So you've got 8 noses for the, I guess that's rockets, and then we've got the photo etch bits there. So this is making up the rockets. Okay, if somebody's going to tell me they're not rockets, that's fine. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm always open to suggestions if I'm incorrect on something. And we've got the bomb going on with the little charging propeller on the front, propeller in the back, and then you've got some photo etch fins going on, and then some the bits going in between the fins, the little supports, and then you're adding this rear propeller here onto a piece of brass rod or something, and that's that basically. I don't know why they've. This is number 3, this is number 4, and this is number 3. So what we've got is, okay, so we've got one, I guess that's a £1,000 bomb, and these are 500s, or that's a 500 and they're 250s. And you've got your 8 rockets there. But you're adding your, they're showing that as already on, and then they're telling you to add it here. So I'm guessing you do the same for both. You've got this piece number 8 going in the back. There's your photo etch there. Okay, so you're going to get 2 of those, and you get 1 of the 4-bladed prop, and you get 3 of the multi-bladed prop. So I don't quite know what's going on here. We'll have to work that out amongst ourselves, but they're showing it here with that already on, okay, but they're not showing you to fit it there, and then here they're telling you to fit it. So we have got 3 of those props. So there's 2 for the fronts. Yeah, so this is incorrect actually, that shouldn't be on there. So this shouldn't have one. That's got number 8 going on the back, which is here, but it's got a hole in it. I don't know what's going on here. So anyway, work that out amongst yourselves, guys. But you can see there we've got the photo etch there, which is all very nice indeed. And our resin bombs and rockets. The bomb, I'm not going to bother getting them out of the bag because there's nothing really much to see, but it's just a bomb. So sorry for the not being knowledgeable on that, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Here they're showing you fit this part, then they're showing you in number 3 you're doing this, and then they're showing you fitting that afterwards, but it's already on there, and then it's there. So don't really get that. Those amongst you that know these bombs inside out will know exactly what it should be. And that set there is $15.99, and as I say, it's not just restricted to the Helldiver, it's available for anything. So this one here, this is the open gunner position. I'm not sure what this is all about, but I guess there are panels that open up when the gun opens up, when the gun is in use, I guess. So this is set number 3. So we've got a lovely little photo etch panel there. Okay, so that's obviously going to be, that's some internal framing by the look of it there. And then we've got hinge panels perhaps. Looks like wing end plates. So there we go, some doors there as well. And then we've got a resin moulded, that looks like the root of the fin there. It's a resin moulded part. So in the instructions they're telling us here, you've got the call outs as your PE and your resin. So in the instructions here they're telling us to cut this complete rear section of the fuselage away. Let's grab this fuselage again. So they're telling us here to cut, we've got a line there, so we're going to cut that complete section away there. You can see we've got a moulded in line. So you're going to cut that complete section away. It's going to make quite an interesting display actually, because you're going to open up that rear gunner's bay. Not sure about the detail on the floor underneath, but something we can look at. And then we're going to insert this kit part here. It looks like the kit part there. So looks like we've already got a ledge inside for that. Yes, we have. So we've already got the ledge in there for that. So we're going to add the kit part. So the kit part is already there with the detail on. Excuse me. Then we're going to make up the doors with the hinges and the internal detail there. And then we're going to add the hinges. I'll add these plates here at the inside of the end of the tail planes. So it's going to show the internal workings there. That's those there. And they've got a piece of rivet detail to go on there. And then we're going to add, we've got to drill a hole, and then we're going to add the doors, which are all folded up. And then you've got the kit part here. And then this part here is going to go in. I'm guessing that's just going to sit down, so that folds down with the doors. That's your resin piece there. And then you've got a clear part here, kit part C5. Is that clear? It's actually on there already with the two holes in it, so I don't quite know what's going on there. So they're showing that cut off. Maybe someone knowledgeable on Helldiver can tell me what's going on here, because they're showing just the rear end of that part. But if you look at the resin part, you can see it has this forward area here, but it's not being shown there, or there, and they're telling you to use the kit part. So I don't know. So there we go. So that's that set. That's the set number 4, which I think will make for a very interesting display, because you won't often see, you know, flaps and panels all open on aircraft. But that set there is. That's set number 3. That one is $8.99, which for what you're getting is, and you know, the option to add all that detail, I think is a bloody bargain. Now this is my favourite of the all. This is, well, actually it's my second favourite. The flaps is my favourite. This is my favourite resin. So this is number 2. This is the Bombay. Now in the kit, as you can see here, you've got the Bombay doors just moulded shut. Okay, there's no detail in there whatsoever. So if you want to display it with the Bombay open, you know, either loaded with bombs or not, this is a must. And this set is gorgeous. Now I haven't looked in here, but I just know from what I've seen of the pictures that this set is gorgeous. So what we've got here is a load of resin. You can see we've got lots of resin in here. Okay, and again we've got our ledge in there. So going over the page, it's telling us to cut the Bombay out, cut the centre out of the main spar, cut the bottom of the bulkhead panel there for the back of the back of the cockpit. So a lot of cutting to do there, which is great fun. We're going to add this resin part to the forward bulkhead by the look of it. We're going to be adding bits to the internally to the wings, okay, and adding parts here. So obviously this is going to be okay, that's the part of the wing spar. So that's the plastic part there. You've cut the centre out, and then you're going to add that plastic part into the wing there. And then you've got these resin parts here going in. Okay, so I'm sure that when you see these square numbers, this is resin. Okay, so then we're going to add this rear closing panel here. That's going into the roof, and then we've got this spar going across. So dry fit all that first, because once you've glued that in, you might not be able to get that in, or vice versa. And then another resin piece going in there. That's another part of the Bombay roof. Another former going in. And then you've got a forward section there, which looks like it tucks up behind underneath that that cowling area there. So you've got lots and lots of detail. You've got pipework and everything on there. Then we've got some more pipe. Well, that's the dolly that swings down, isn't it, when they're dive bombing? And then we've got the some side panel detail there with some stiffeners, all the rivets and everything on there. And then that detail there. And then we've got our actual resin doors in here and the actuators here. So very nice indeed. And you've also got the, remember we already had these in the exterior detail set. We've got hinges again there. So very nice indeed. And when we see these resin parts, we will see just how gorgeous they are. So again, I'm going to grab my piece of paper and get this out. Make sure we don't damage anything. Again, it's moulded onto this very thin backing, which is a lovely touch. So you can see in this set there is a lot of resin. This is almost like a kit in itself. Come on. There we go. Right. So here we've got lots and lots of resin to look at. Okay, so let's start with the doors. As we can see, we've got lovely recessed rivet detail on the outside. Okay, very shiny surface there. And on the inside you've got all that gorgeous detail, all the lightning holes and everything. And it's all been undercut as well, so you know, when you paint it and wash it, it's going to look like it's actually two skins. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, really, really nice, lovely moulding. So that's those. And then we've got this bulkhead here. You can see again on there we've got some gorgeous detail, rivet detail, everything on there. And we've got another panel here. Again, this very thin backing, you just put that down on a flat sheet and sand it. Really, really nice. Then we've got these panels that go in, these go down the sides, the closers to close up the wing ends. You can see again on there we've got some lovely raised rivet detail, which is going to take a wash beautifully. I'm assuming this would all be the the lovely American cockpit green colour. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. So here we've got the the stiffer here. This is part of the main spar. So that's all very nice indeed. You've got a huge bolt in the centre and the rivet detail on there. I'm not sure if these areas have got to be opened up or if they're just going to be left recessed. It looks like they're probably going to be opened up. But again, you can see on there some gorgeous detail. Very, very nice indeed. Then we've got here, this is your, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's what the bomb swings down on, isn't it? When they dive bomb, they swing the bomb down. That's that there. So you can see that's very thin sections moulded on the end. So you just basically slice through there and then sand it away. Beautifully done. And then you got this roof detail here, which is just exquisite. You can see there, the detail on that is just exquisite. I think if you only buy one of these sets, this is the one to go for, and probably the flaps. But that is, you can see on there, it's camera's trying to focus on something. There we go. Very, very nice indeed. You can see the detail on there is lovely. Get my hand out of the way and then the camera will focus on that. There you go. So very, very nice, beautifully done. Got some actuators here, which again are just on thin bits of resin. You just sand them away. And then we've got a spar there, which is beautifully done. Okay, so that's going to put some strength into your wings as well. Very nicely done. Got some lovely raised rivet detail on there and on the sides. So that's all lovely. So we will put this one away. But you can just you know, look at that detail and just see how gorgeous it all is. I will definitely use this. This is beautiful, and you know how much, if you follow my channel, you know I love doing surgery. Love cutting kits up. It's part of the fun for me. I'm going to put this one in so it's backed onto everything else so it doesn't get damaged. There we go. So that can go away in its box. So yeah, lovely, very, very nice indeed. And that set, again, I've got resin dust on the carpet, and that set is £21.99, which again I think is very reasonable. Don't remember, you can get your 10% off, so £22.20 off of £22 makes that £19.80, so less than 20 quid for that. I think that's a bargain. I mean that is a proper bargain, isn't it, really? And finally, we're going to have a look at this one here. This is the set number 1, and this is the landing flap set, and I think this is also for the kit a must. Now I'm going to be honest, this is the second time I've filmed this, because the first time I filmed it I got so confused by the instructions that I just turned into a babbling mess. So I'm filming this again now that I've had a look. I understand what's going on. So basically we've got our instructions there, we've got our PE here, and you can see that the PE is gorgeous. It is very, very nice indeed, and you've got all these hold sections. You can see this, all those holes all through there, and basically you're going to be making up these sandwich sections, and it's going to look just like the real thing. Obviously blue on the outside, red on the inside. Going to look amazing. I'll put a couple of pictures up of them so you can see that they look like in real life. So basically, going through the instructions again, you've got on the front here, we've got the obviously contents of the kit, and then the legends and stuff down here. So we're going to start off by building this inner section here. So this is going in, this is part number 6. So you've got these inner sections here, okay, and we're going to add this rib across the center, add these ribs in here, and then these ribs in here, and it's all these little ribs in here we're adding, all these little ones up here, okay. So they're all separate pieces. I think they're going to lend themselves beautifully to soldering, because you basically put the long strip in a vise or something, or just a pair of grips just to hold it, and then put the rib down, the solder, job done, next one, and it will be really strong, and it won't just fall apart when you pick it up, and you won't have big globules of super glue everywhere. I always try and avoid using super glue with photo etch where I can. So that's basically assembling that, and then you've got the upper panel going on. So you've got the lower panel here, okay, and then the upper panel here is number 16, which is here. So that's going to go on top of there and look beautiful. And then you've got this inner box section here, which is going to be the inner end. And then here it's saying up wing and down wing, which I don't fully understand 100%, but I'm assuming that this is the upper flap and this is the lower flap. And when you look here, you can see they're telling you this one here is the upper flap number 4. So I'm assuming this is the upper flap and this is the lower. They actually open like this, so they're diving and landing flaps. And then you've got the actuators in here. Now I don't know if you want to add some cylinders and stuff. Again, you look at those photographs I put up, you can see them there, or search Google for Helldiver flaps and you will see them. So you've got all these hinges here going in, and then these actuators. Okay, these hinges here are all going to be folded up. They're here. Okay, it looks like we haven't got enough, doesn't it? Oh yeah, there's another loop up there. So you've got those across there and those across there. And then you've got the actuators here, which are 21, which are here. And they've got the recessed slots in the side. So they're going to look very realistic indeed. Okay, so there we go. So that's the upper flap, and then we come over to the other side and we put in that step piece there, and then we've got the lower flap going in there, and that's just going to go in on its little hinges, which are on the edges of here. You can see those little hinges. So it looks like both the upper and the lower flaps actually go with those hinges. And then we've got some piece number 8, wherever number 8 is. No, that's step 8. What am I talking about? Wire. So you're going to have to get some wire. Unfortunately, not telling you lengths to use or anything, but you're basically going to make up this wire and add it in all those positions there. So so basically it's going to come up to that one and then down to that one. So obviously they can't operate individually then. I'd have thought that they'd just use the lower flaps for landing perhaps, but it looks like they can't operate individually. So or maybe I'm wrong. So anyway, it's not unknown for me to be wrong. So there we go. So that's basically it. You're going to get your sheets of flap. You're going to put your ribs in, and then job done, and you're good to go. So let's go back to the video now that I filmed first. So that's that. That's the final set. That is set number 1. And that is, I think, a must-have again. That is £27.99. Don't forget NMB10. You'll get 10% off of that, which is £2.80. So it's going to make it, what's it going to be, £25 something. So there we go. I think that's a must-have. And if you know your Helldivers, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, even if I don't. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, hit the unlike twice. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.